Hey, I'm Hannah, and this is
Camilla?
and we're here in Vinterviken, just outside of Stockholm. This is so
Yeah.
close to your house.
It is close to my house. It's about 4 minutes away, and it's I'm very strategically placed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like to come out here?
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's just like so close to the water, and like Stockholm is surrounded by water,
Yeah.
and it's just like woods, people are strolling, it's Sunday.
It's pretty much the perfect day today.
It is the
We
perfect
got
day
really
today.
lucky with today.
Yeah,
It's finally warm.
it is warm. It's been so cold and so dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do
Absolutely.
you manage with the darkness in Stockholm?
Oh man, I have so I struggle with the darkness in Stockholm,
Yeah.
but I have a lot of candles, as my boyfriend can attest to. I have a lot of candles.
Yeah.
And on the days when the sun is out, we come out.
Yes.
You have to just brave it.
Yeah. And you do this.
And you bask.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the best.
A lot. And it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and I love that we're like here, so close to your house. I mean, this is such a cool space, and it's so like untouched and unkept, but it's got such a neat history. This is where Alfred Nobel had his dynamite factory.
Yeah, it's just
So-
behind us.
So fascinating.
Yeah, it's so cool.
But still like so open and wild and so well used. And I think
Yeah.
I was just reflecting on that in the wild spaces of Stockholm and how so many people use these spaces. It's never empty.
No,
On the weekends it's packed.
but I think so. Like people really like you are always like off on Saturdays and Sundays, and you
Yeah.
go out in nature and you really like make the day to the fullest.
Yeah.
When it is like days like this, we love to be out in the nature. Like Swedes, I think we love water.
Yeah.
And we love the forest.
Totally.
Like it's a lot of woods in Sweden.
A lot.
Mostly.
A lot of woods.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous. I mean, we were joking when we got off the flight when we landed here on the cab ride into the city. We were like, the city, like the landscape of surrounding Stockholm. I was like, did we land in Sweden or are we still in Canada? Because it's a very similar landscape.
Yes, I've heard that.
Lots of forests, lots of open fields, lots of lakes.
Yeah,
So it's similar to Ontario, where we're from.
but like how do you feel like it's like similar to like Sweden? What's like the most similar thing?
Well, I mean, the climate, the four seasons, and
Yeah.
just like, yeah, these kinds of the look of the forest, the types of trees that are here, the water, the clean lakes, like that's
True.
something similar. We don't have an ocean right beside us like you guys do with the Baltic Sea,
Yeah.
but yeah, these kinds of spaces are very similar. Ottawa, like the city where I'm from, we don't have this kind of space in the urban center so much. The
Okay.
parks are a little bit more manicured and
Yeah.
a little bit more official looking.
Yeah.
They're not so wild, but we like to get out of the city on the weekends and take our car and drive out and go camping and do all those sorts of things, like winter skiing versus summer hiking, canoeing trips. But what I loved so much about Stockholm is that it is right here, so even though we don't have the car, we can still access it. Even though we're not necessarily camping, we're in it more consistently. Does that make sense?
Exactly, because like Stockholm it's called like the city on the islands, because Stockholm is made out of like super many islands, so
Yeah.
it's water everywhere, so you really feel like this is 4 minutes from where I live.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So you are so close to nature and water that I don't think that we are like as good as you say that you are like in Canada to like go out road tripping.
Yeah.
Road tripping feels really Canadian.
Yeah, it is a very Canadian experience to be out on the highway with the canoe on the top of the car, and then you get to your lake.
I've
and
never done that.
Oh, well, you have to come. You have to come and
I
do
will.
that this summer.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like being out in nature. Like I can sit in Canada.
Yeah, we can find a good
Yeah, you
spot
will
for
have to show me everything. I
Yeah.
also want to go canoeing.
Of course.
Yeah.
We'll take you.
Yeah,
Should we continue on our little walk?
I think so.
Okay.